Sir, we have sufficient time. No?
Yeah, you know the time limits.
Okay, sir. Um, I will share my screen.
Okay.
Is it visible in full screen?
Yes, it's visible in full screen.
Okay. Uh, Good morning, one and all. I am Mohak. The topic for our presentation is Titan, the planet-like moon of Saturn. Titan was discovered on 25th of March 1655 by the Dutch astronomer Christian Huygens. It's Saturn's largest moon and the second largest moon in the solar system, only after Jupiter's moon Ganymede. Frequently described as a planet-like moon, it is larger than Mercury, though only 40% as massive. It is the only moon in the solar system known to have an opaque, dense atmosphere, inhibiting its surface exploration until the Cassini-Huygens mission arrived in 2004. It is also the only moon on which clear evidence of stable bodies of surface liquid has been found. Its atmosphere is largely nitrogen, along with smaller portions of methane and ethane. It appears orange due to a dense organonitrogen haze in its atmosphere. It has an average temperature of about minus 180 degrees Celsius. It is also tidally locked to Saturn, with both rotation and revolution taking 16 days. It means only one face of Titan is visible from Saturn, as is the case of the Moon from Earth. It's a volatile compound commonly found on Earth. CH4 is an organic compound generally produced by living organisms, mainly saprophytes decomposing organic matter, and also insects like termites and ruminant animals like cows. On Earth, it exists as a gas with a boiling point of minus 161 degrees Celsius. The top image here shows AC Lake near the Western Brooks Range in Alaska, where methane produced by decaying matter buried inside the earth for thousands of years is released in bubbles. Methane is an extremely flammable gas, so much so that you can hold it without burning your hand. It is impossible thus to store large amounts of methane at one place owing to its explosive nature. But there is a place in the solar system where this unstable volatile can be found in an inert state, giving it a geological position there as important as water on Earth. the only body in the solar system besides Earth known to possess lakes and oceans. And upon doing some simple calculations, it could be deduced that a substance covering such expansive areas in its liquid form could be the volatile methane, which was also confirmed from spectroscopic measurements. The top image here shows a false color radar mosaic of Titan's north polar region with two prominent lakes appearing, Kraken Mare towards lower left and Ligue Mare near the center. The temperatures on the moon make this presence of methane more interesting. Titan has a methane cycle, just like the water cycle here on Earth. Methane oceans, methane seas, methane lakes, methane ponds, methane rivers, methane tributaries, methane channels, methane rain, methane clouds, methane haze, underground methane, methane ice, and methane whatnot. This methane cycle of Titan is by far the most magical, enchanting, intriguing, spectacular, and inspiring feature of the moon, which takes us on a journey a billion kilometers away from our home planet, yet so deeply connected to it, holding the prospect of flourishing life. Hello, Shubham. Uh,
Yes, you're
are
audible.
we audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible.
Oops. बाहेर ठेवून कसं Uh, thank you, Shubham. Sorry. Titan's atmosphere is composed of about 95% nitrogen, 5% methane, and trace amounts of other complex hydrocarbons like ethane, acetylene, propane, and aromatic hydrocarbons, along with other gases as carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and chemicals such as tholins, which are formed by reactions between nitrogen and methane. Propene was detected by Cassini in Titan's atmosphere on September 30, 2013. This was the first time propene had been found on any moon or planet other than Earth. High in Titan's atmosphere, methane methane and nitrogen molecules are split apart by sun's ultraviolet light and by the high energy particles accelerated in Saturn's magnetic field. The pieces of these molecules recombine to form a variety of organic chemicals apart from those mentioned earlier. These molecules form the observed dense haze on Titan, which contributes to the anti-greenhouse effect, preventing sunlight from penetrating. The top image shows polar clouds made of methane on Titan compared to those made of water on Earth. Where all the methane on Titan comes from is still a mystery because sunlight continuously breaks down methane in Titan's atmosphere. Some source must be continuously replenishing it or it would have been depleted over time. It could be cryovolcanism spewing out methane, or it could equally be some hidden form of life producing it, just as the case is on Earth. Who knows? Titan may have volcanic activity, but with liquid water lava instead of molten rock lava. But no evidence of active volcanism has been found so far. The detection of argon 40 in Titan's atmosphere in 2004 indicated the presence of water ammonia lava erupting from Titanian volcanoes. Also, there is not enough surface methane to account for the continued presence of methane in Titan's atmosphere, and thus a significant portion must be added through volcanic processes. The highest mountain on Titan is 3,337 meters tall. Sotra Patera, shown here in the image besides, is a mountain belonging to a prominent mountain range 1,000 to 1,500 meters tall, and the image shown here is a 3D map based on radar data. Now, Titan's icy mantle is less viscous than Earth's magma mantle, and its icy bedrock is softer than Earth's granite bedrock. Thus, mountains on Titan don't reach heights as great as those on Earth. Magma on Earth is made of liquid rock, which is less dense than the solid rocky crust through which it erupts. Because ice is less dense than water, Titan's watery magma would be denser than its solid icy crust. This means that cryovolcanism on Titan would require a large amount of energy to operate, which could be derived via tidal flexing from Saturn. It could also be driven by energy released from the decay of radioactive elements within the mantle, as it is on Earth. Mountains form tectonic movement forming mountains Himalayas on Earth. The Cassini-Huygens mission is a joint mission by NASA and the European and Italian space agencies. It comprised of NASA's Cassini space probe and ESA's Huygens lander. The two crafts took their names from the astronomers Giovanni Cassini and Christian Huygens. Cassini continued its mission to explore Saturn family for 20 years. Huygens landed on Titan, and legend has it that it still haunts the lands of Titan. Next. The Huygens probe descended by parachute and landed on Titan on January 14, 2005, alongside its data captured by Huygens for more than 1 hour, crammed into a 4 minutes video. But due to less time, we can't play it now. Nevertheless, I will just skip it here. Okay. So it is showing the process of capturing images as it is continuously descending through the atmosphere of Titan. Okay. Next. Hello. Hello.
Are you speaking, Mohan? Yeah, we can hear you, Mohan.
I'm not audible.
You are audible. You continue. The
Uh,
voice had gone in the middle,
am
but
I
now you
audible?
are audible. Yeah, you are audible.
Can you please mention in chat?
I
Uh, am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible, but here we are on the compare. Yeah,
Um, which slide is showing up now? Okay. A prebiotic condition. Okay. Let's briefly overlook some speculations of similarities of life on Titan to that on Earth. Organisms could exist in liquid water, just liquid methane, just as organisms on Earth live in water. Such organisms would inhale hydrogen in place of oxygen, metabolize it with acetylene instead of glucose, and exhale methane instead of carbon dioxide. However, such hypothetical organisms would be required to metabolize at a deep freeze temperature of minus 180 degrees Celsius, thus proceeding with extremely slow reactions. Thus, Titan could potentially harbor environments with conditions suitable for life, meaning both life as we know it in the subsurface ocean and life as we don't know it in the hydrocarbon liquid on the surface. Although there is so far no evidence of life on Titan, its complex chemistry and unique environments are certain to make it a destination for continued exploration. Conditions on Titan could become far more habitable in the far future when Sun will become a red giant. As temperatures increase, liquid water will be stable on the surface, and the greenhouse effect of methane will become prominent due to dissociation of the atmospheric haze by the increased ultraviolet output of the Sun. We referred to these articles mentioned here during the making of our presentation.
Thank you very much, both of you, for this was an
1 second, sir.
absolutely fantastic presentation. Yes, please go ahead.
As a bonus, here is a video of the grand finale of Cassini. Just 10 seconds.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
We won't play the whole video. Just okay.
The journey ends as Cassini becomes part of the planet itself.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. It was an absolutely fantastic presentation, worth the time. Right, very good. So I just have a quick question, comment, is that while Titan, it's, with all the organics that are present over there and conditions being conducive towards the ingredients required for organic life, how about, plate tectonics? Since we have two different kinds of ices that are present over there, right? Different crystal structures and different densities, right? What's the possibility of, a process analogous to plate tectonics happening on Titan?
Yes, sir.